hello, hello. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? The first week of February is in the books. Isn't that amazing? How's everybody doing? It's Financial Freedom Fridays. I'm your host, Gus Tucker. It's good to see you all. And let me know how you're doing by putting something in the chat. Let me know what's up, how your January was. Did you finish your zero-based budget? I still got a little more to go. I'm going to be honest. But this is the last day we're going to talk about it. And then we're moving on. Okay? But we got to get that done. Hopefully everybody's doing well. And right now, what we're going to do, we're making a transition, okay? We're making a transition. And our transition is, the whole theme is creating pathways to financial independence. And we've been talking about some financial fundamentals. Now we're going to apply these principles to what are called 7 money milestones. And we're going to go from just knowing what to do to actually doing it. Okay? So when you're in school and you know the answers to the test and you put the answers on the test, then you get an A, right? But if you, with money, don't apply what you learn, you don't get any benefits of knowing. You know what I'm saying? Knowing doesn't help you unless you actually do something with it. So here we go. So review real quick. Financial independence, what is it? It's the state of having sufficient financial wealth, right, in order to live without having to work actively for basic necessities. Okay, Dorothy, get that zero balance budget fixed, Dorothy. Come on now. I was sitting with one of my clients the other day, and she's retiring in April, and we were going through her retirement numbers, and she's going to have more than between $1,000 and $1,500 a month more than she needs to live on to be able to retire passively. I don't know whether you think that's good or bad, but guess what? She can retire and live the way she wants to and not have to worry about money anymore. How about that, huh? The state of having sufficient personal wealth to live without having to work actively for basic necessities. Now, literacy. Financial independence is made possible by financial literacy, and literacy is having competence or knowledge in a specified area. Specifically, financial literacy is learning how to earn, spend, save, manage, invest money. Okay, Nicole, I see you. Come on now. Come on, Nicole. You got this. So take the financial literacy. Hi, Tina. Take the financial literacy quiz. Let me know how you scored. Send the information to Financial Freedom Friday, and you're gonna get several things, and we're gonna talk about this more at the end, because there are several things you're gonna get and several things you're gonna need to continue to put your plan in place. Okay, you want to get this book, How Money Works. Put somebody in the chat that's got the book. Let me know what you think about it. I know our host and producer, he's gotten it. It's been helpful for him. It's a great book. I want to get some feedback from you about this book, How Money Works. Get that book, because we need to be reading that, okay? And then we need to create our plans 3 times: in our mind, then on paper, and then written plan. And written plan is what we're about to do now. Okay, we're about to do the written plan part of it now. 10 reasons why you must be financially independent. You want to have those down. You want to have your feelings, why you want to experience it and how you would feel when those things are happening. Then the zero-based budget. This is the last time we're going to mention it. Then we're done. Review 3 months of bank, credit card, financial statements. We're going to put your spending habits together, saving habits, investing habits. You'll be able to see that. We're going to look at non-discretionary. That's things we have to do versus discretionary, things that we can choose to do or not do. Okay? And then we want to hit those numbers, 40, 20, 10, 30. We want to hit those numbers so that we can make sure that we got a balance between living today and saving and building for tomorrow. Okay? Now, By the end of January, we said we're going to do this. We got to do this as soon as possible. By our next meeting, it's got to be done. That's it. Okay? Your 10 reasons, your 10 feelings, your zero-based budget. Yep, it is a great book. That's from our producer. It's a great book. It's an easy read, but it's challenging. So the concepts are easy. It's changing our habits, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about habits as we go, okay? Because learning how to change our habits is it's tough, but if you got a strategy for doing it, I'm going to tell you about a book, and we're probably going to take a couple sessions out to talk about. Yes, this book is on Amazon. It is on Amazon. How Money Works. And if you see the title, you see the guys' names, Seabold and Matthews. Seabold and Matthews. How Money Works. It's on there. Sure is. It's not a Kindle book. They want you actually to get the book. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. And so now we're going to a mindset shift where we're curious. Now you've been through a fair amount of information and you've learned a lot about how money works. So your life is going to be determined by the questions you're willing to ask and the answers that you're seeking. Okay? Your life will be determined by the questions that you ask and the answers that you seek. Okay? So is a bank account the best place to put my money? Am I willing to settle for a 1% or even 2% rate of return? Or is there a way I could get a 4 to 6% return or even higher? What type of higher interest account still provides safety? So how can I grow my money and still be safe? How can I finance or refinance my car or a mortgage with a lower interest rate? Will the financial institution managing my money earn more interest than I will? Uh-oh. That's kind of the definition of a bank. They make more money on your money than you do. Okay? Will I get enough doubles during my income earning years to reach my savings goals for retirement? If not, what do I need to change? We talked about how compound interest tells you how many years it takes for your money to double. And when you retire, you're going to need a certain amount of money saved to create income from that. In addition, we encourage our clients to own a business, own real estate, own assets that'll create passive income when you retire that doesn't require you to work. Now, this roadmap to financial independence has 7 money milestones. You guys ever drive somewhere on vacation? Thank you, Dorothy. I appreciate that. Yeah, get your sister and your sons. Get them to watch. Get them to watch. Get them to get the book. And here's where the rubber meets the road, guys. These 7 money milestones. You know how you're driving down the road, and if you've been to the place before, you kind of know the road marks along the way. You know what I mean? The landmarks along the way. You know the milestones. Oh, you know what exit it is. We want you to learn those same exits around your financial independence. That you can see the exits coming. And the exit right here is financial independence. We want you to see that exit coming as you're going down the milestones. And it's not a surprise when you get to your destination, is it? When you're driving, is it a surprise? Or did you expect to get there? If I drive this long on this road, I'm going to get to my destination. Financial independence can be the same way. Okay? So what are these 7 money milestones? One is the financial education. We're going to continue to do that. Second is proper protection. We're going to look at protection. What if I told you you can invest in something and make 10 to 100 times what you invest in, and it's 100% guaranteed that your investment is going to pay off for your family? Would you do it? You're going to make 10 to 100 times what you put into it. Guaranteed it's going to pay out. Would you do it? Number 3 is an emergency fund. You know, over half of Americans can't handle a $400 emergency if it happens. $400. Debt management. We want to get out of debt. We want to get out of bad debt, consumer debt. We want to continue to improve our cash flow by doing 2 things: increasing our income and reducing expenses that we don't need. Make sense? And then we're going to talk about building your wealth a couple different ways: by having multiple streams of income and by investing. Okay? And then protect your wealth with legal protections, wills, estate plans, trusts, etc. Okay? All right. Roadmap to financial independence. Let me ask you this. What if some or all of your money wouldn't be subject to what's happening in the stock market? Excuse me. What about long-term care? I don't know about you, but I've had people in my family that have required us to give them care in the later stages of their life. And because I didn't know about long-term care in time for my mother to get it, because when you need long-term care, you can't get it because it's insurance. You have to get it earlier when you're usually in your early to mid 50s, and even earlier nowadays, to be able to qualify for it. Because if you don't have long-term care for your older relatives, you're going to be the long-term care for them. Hello? Tax-deferred growth. How'd you like to have taxes pushed down the road and then even get it tax-free? How'd you like to take your income tax-free? And how'd you like to leave a legacy to your children and your grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren, of having tax-free money available to them? Now here's Dana over here in this picture. She says, what a list of benefits. How many strategies would it take to get all of these benefits? Just one. And that one is this. You want to hook up with a financial professional that knows how to make these things happen for you. I'm one of them. There are lots of them out there. I'm one of them. Be glad to help you with that. And how about having critical information on taxes? See, the government is smart. You know, you have a 401k, and now they have Roth 401ks. They're starting to offer those. But the traditional 401k, you would get a tax break for putting the money in there. In other words, you put money into your 401k when you're doing your taxes. Whatever money you put into your 401k, you deducted it from your tax bill. So you didn't pay tax on your money. That's called the seed. You start out and you're putting a little bit of money in every year, right? And then it's growing. And then at the end, what do you have? A harvest. And guess what? The government wants to take taxes on that harvest. What do you think? Who do you think got the best benefit? You, by getting the seed non-taxed, or the government by getting the whole harvest taxed? In this example, this is say you put $10,000 in and you got a tax break on it, but now you're going to draw $250,000 out and pay tax on that. There's 3 ways you can be taxed. Tax now, tax later, or tax never. Let me ask you a question. Which one do you like? Tax now, tax later, tax never. I already know which one you like. Tax never. Do you know what financial strategies will allow you to do that? Stay tuned. We're going to cover that stuff. Okay? We're going to cover that. A roadmap to financial independence. Okay, now here's something. You've been putting together that zero-based budget, right? If you will email me at financialfreedomfridays.com, I'll send you one of these, what's called a financial needs analysis. We can put that money, that information you have about your budget into this form. You can fill it. You can fill it on the computer. you can send it to me. I can put it into a computer program and do an analysis of where you are in relationship to your goals at no cost to you. So you can get your roadmap to financial independence laid out for you at no charge. All you gotta do is email me the form, and I'll send you the form. Send it back to me, complete it. We'll put it in the program, and we'll say, okay, boom, here's our starting point for your trip to financial independence. How does that sound? That sounds good. Let me know in the chat. Okay? Let me know in the chat. Any questions? Put them in the chat so we can help you. Okay? The roadmap to financial education. The first milestone is financial education. Become financially literate. Look, when you sit down with someone, and the next part is find a financial professional. When you sit down with a financial professional, you don't want them to have 100% of the knowledge and you have zero. Okay? It should be more balanced, where you've got some tools to begin to understand what they're talking about. And if they're a good financial professional, they're going to educate you and they're going to point you towards information so that when they come back with their recommendations, you've got a foundation in education about what they're talking about. Does that make sense? That's why I want you to take the quiz, send me your results so I can send you an ebook that's going to help you put together your financial strategy for yourself, your financial roadmap. So the first milestone is become financially literate. How do you know when you check that milestone off? You bought the book, How Money Works, and you read it. That's your first checkpoint. You bought the book, How Money Works, and you read all the way through it. Second thing is you find a financial professional that will help you apply the principles that we talked about in How Money Works, and we're talking about in this class. So milestone number one. How many of you are committed to getting to milestone number one? You can't finish the trip if you don't get to milestone number one. So drop me a note in the chat. Hey Gus, I'm willing to do milestone number one. Great. Take the quiz. Send me an email so I can get this information out to you and we can get your roadmap started. Does that make sense? So become financially literate and find a financial professional. That's milestone number one. Okay? I hear you, Erica. Now I need to see that email now, Erica. Then I'll know, Nicole, I'll know when I see that email. Dorothy, when I see that email, I know what's up. Okay? In the war for your money, there are two essential tools you're going to need to win. One of them is a financial education. You know, I've been doing some research on blacks in banking, finance, and business. And from the 1800s, black people have been owning and running businesses. And we did it out of necessity because, you know, white businesses wouldn't support us. White financial institutions wouldn't loan us money. What happened for our folks? They got a financial education. You know, there were more black-owned banks in the 18 and 1900s than there are today. They were helping people get a financial education. This one woman that we're going to talk to you about, because we're going to be doing some Black History Month work, there's one woman that started a bank in 1903. She started a bank when women weren't even allowed to have bank accounts. She started a bank. That's a bad system. She was committed to getting her financial education and putting it into practice. If you've read the book, How Money Works, or you attended the Masterclass, basically that's what we're doing. You're on your way to a solid financial foundation. We're covering the basic fundamental information you need. That's why we're going through it. This is the basics, right? I played football in college, and the coach would say, "There's no fun without the fundamentals." You know, fundamentals. There are teams right now not playing for the Super Bowl because they lack fundamentals, like catch the ball, tackle the man, block the man, don't get penalized. Basic stuff that these teams messed up on. Now they're not going to the Super Bowl. Next, you need to have a financial professional. So get your education, get the book How Money Works, and to get a financial professional. Work with a financial professional to provide continuing education. This stuff changes all the time, you guys. Financial companies change products. Are cars any different than they were 10 or 15 years ago? Sure they are. So are financial products. That's why you got to get a refresher with your financial professional on a regular basis, because they're on top of that stuff. Work with the financial professional to provide education, guidance, and resources to help you make decisions about your money and your future. Work with the financial professional to provide continuing education, guidance, and resources to help you make decisions about your money and your future. So these first two essential tools are part of milestone number 1. Okay? It says, Dana, you're a smarty pants. Can I get you to be my financial pro? You're sweet, George, but you need someone licensed and trained. So do I. Don't hike the mountain alone. It's time to put everything you've learned into action with your financial professional, who will assist you in crunching numbers, charting your course, choosing products. Stay accountable and correct your course along the way. That's what this is about. Okay? So what are the 2 steps? Get your education, get the book How Money Works and read it, and then get a relationship with the financial professional that can help you. Okay? It said, let's win together. I'm here to help you win. Okay? It says, this Sun Tzu wrote a book called The Art of War. He was a great Chinese warrior. And he says, without local guides, your enemy employs the land as a weapon against you. So if you don't know the local terrain, where the hills are, the valleys are, the holes where you can hide are, but somebody else does, they can use that to their advantage in a war and beat you. So you need a local, somebody who knows the area. That's your financial professional. Okay? And they can help you navigate around your finances so you'll win. Okay? Now, that's really what I wanted to talk to you about today. It's a little shorter today, but our whole goal is to get you to financial independence. Everything we're talking about is about getting you to financial independence. Okay? Get this book, How Money Works. Get the book, How Money Works. Get the book, How Money Works. And then here's what you need to go to the website, take the quiz, send me your score. I'm going to send you an ebook. And then I'm also send you a free financial needs roadmap that you can put your numbers in, send it back so we can help work with you to put your plan together. And then you can get a financial freedom checklist. A checklist of things you need to be thinking about as you're thinking about retiring and doing some other things. These are some things you need to go. What's the email? Okay, it's financial, and the producer will put it across the bottom of the screen. But the email is financialfreedomfridays@gmail.com. financialfreedomfridays@gmail.com. There you go. financialfreedomfridays@gmail.com. You can email your questions there, but take the quiz, send me your score, get your ebook, it's free. Get your customized checklist for your financial strategy to make sure you cover everything. That's free. Get your financial needs analysis done, which is like a GPS for your finance. Get that done. It's free. you can get free consultation on where you're at and what you need to do to get to where you want to go. It's free. Okay? Now, I'm going to ask my producer if there are any questions we need to answer on air. He's going to take a look. If there are, we'll answer them. If not, we're going to be done for today. But so what do you need to do now? You need to get the book, How Money Works. You need to finish your zero-based budget. And then those numbers from your zero-based budget, you need to put into that financial analysis roadmap that I'm going to send you once you reach out to me. I'm going to send it to you. You're going to fill it out. We're going to put it in the computer. And then we're going to see where you're at in relationship to where you need to be to hit your financial goals. Does that make sense? Is that a good deal or a great deal? Free. Is that a good deal or a great deal? I'm just saying. All right, guys. That's it for this week. It's great seeing you. We're in February, month 2 of 2022. Don't let this year slip by you without hitting your financial goals, without setting financial goals, and then go out and get them, okay? You guys have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.